Oh my god, it's the morning of the endoscopy. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm scared. No, I'm scared. I know I look frightful. Just gonna... Yeah, so it's the morning of having the camera down, and I've had no sleep, so I've had nightmares all night about getting stated, and I'm more scared of the station than I am the procedure now, but I'm too scared not to get stated. So yeah, so welcome to my world where everything's a panic, everything's a stress. I'm neurotic and pathetic, but yeah, I will keep you updated. I'm in the car and I could throw up. My nose feels like it's blocked all of a sudden. I'm not going to be able to breathe. Anyway, hate this. You can't say no, Conrad, because you would hate this, wouldn't you? You couldn't do this. This is the day in life for someone with anxiety. It's so ridiculous. Like, I've thought of every possible stupid thing. Like I won't say that actually. Well, I will. I'll say I don't even put a tampon in case if a wretched flies out.
Fucking hell, I've heard it all.
Oh god, and I really wanted to wear a tampon, but anyway, never mind. Stuff that can go wrong: hemorrhage, perforation, reaction to medication, aspiration pneumonia, infection, missed diagnosis, damage to teeth, failure to complete procedure. Other things that might need to happen: biopsy. I've got to sign this shit. I'm so scared. Well done. Okay, so I'm out. Right, mixed emotions. So I sat down with the lady when I got in there and went over like the options of sedation and throat spray and all of this. Now, I'm a very neurotic, hyperactive, scared, anxious individual, and she thought that sedation could actually make me worse because I don't like being out of control and I like to know what's going on. And yeah, so I went with no sedation and I just had the throat spray. So if I can get through it, any booker can do it. It wasn't nice, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The throat spray. So she went, right, it doesn't taste right nice. We'll throat spray it. It might burn a little bit. So she did that, and I went in full-blown panic mode because as soon as it started kicking in, I felt like my tongue again was the size of a potato, and I said, I can't breathe. My tongue's swelling up. I'm having an anaphylactic shock. And she's like, no, you're not. She said, you can swallow, you just feel like you're not swallowing. So I'm like, I don't like it, can't swallow, don't like it. She went like, right, just lie down because that don't last right long, we've got to get on with it. The first bit was the worst. First bit was one of the hardest bits where the camera first goes in. So she told me to take a deep breath, swallow, and then she went down with it. And it felt like someone was putting a potato down my throat, which wasn't nice. And then you could feel the pipe going down, but it was bearable. I breathed through my mouth the whole time because I found that when I had because they put a plastic mouth guard in your mouth, when I had the plastic mouth guard in and I bit down on it, I put my tongue underneath, I couldn't breathe through my nose when the thing was down. So that was weird. So when that was down, I breathed through my mouth the whole time. I retched like twice, once when it were going in, once when it were coming out, maybe once throughout the whole thing when it were in. I burped about 5 times, and that is it. It lasted about 7 minutes. She was pleased with the results. It all looked great. It didn't look like anything untoward, like cancer or anything, which is obviously the main concern. She said I didn't have a hiatus hernia. She thought I did at first, but then she changed her mind, and I didn't have an ulcer. I just had a bit of like soreness in my stomach area. And when she went down to the stomach, it really hurt, and I got a little bit upset, but I carried on breathing and I waited and I thought, no, just deal with it. And then I put my hand up to say stop because it got a bit too uncomfortable with everything else going on and I was stressed and everything. And she said, I've nearly done. So when she said she was nearly done, I just left my hand in air and I was just like, hurry. I kept trying to say hurry with this thing in my throat. It's really weird. So then she says we can't just rag it out, so it had to be slowly. So that felt like an eternity. And then it wasn't nice when it was coming out of the throat hole. it's nothing like what I'd compared it to, you know, sucking. It's not like that. They were really nice. They were like her and 3 other nurses, and they were so lovely the whole way through. They helped me so much. So a massive shout out to Kathy, if she ever sees this, who did my procedure. Absolutely fantastic. I forgot the names of the other girls, but they were all amazing. But I had someone holding my hand and stroking me and, you know, talking me through it and everything. And it went way better than I thought it was gonna. I did it without sedation. I'm proud of myself. If someone like me can do it without being sedated, I feel like practically anybody can. It's really uncomfortable. It's not nice, but it's definitely doable, and it was okay. And it's done now, and I can live my life. So yeah, so my review of the gastroscopy, or whatever it's called, endoscopy, I don't know what it's called, the big camera tube thing going down your throat. For staff and them, it's a 5 out of 5, the way they did it all and treated me and everything and looked after me. For the procedure itself, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most horrific horror film saw-like experience you could imagine, to 1 being nothing at all, I'm gonna give it like a 7. 6 to 7. But it's over, and it's over quick. And honestly, if I can get through it, guys, and I didn't cry, like I got through it, so if I can, you can. So if you are having it done, I hope this helps like understand it a little bit more. I feel like the worry and the stress of it all was way worse than procedure again, which I was saying with the lung puncture. And it's all looking good, so I'm really happy now. I can breathe, and yeah, it's fantastic. And I didn't feel like I couldn't breathe throughout it. I could breathe, and I breathed through my mouth the whole bloody time because I couldn't breathe through my nose for some reason. But yeah, I did it, guys. So yeah, yay, I can live my life. Thanks for watching.